Hello and welcome to another tutorial. In today's topic, we'll be covering YouTube annotations, specifically how to use them to make sure your viewers are enjoying your content most effectively. You don't want to waste your viewers' time. That's a horrible thing to do. And one thing I highly recommend doing that I don't see a lot of YouTube channels do is they make playlists of their own videos on their channel. As you can see, if we go over to my channel page, I have a layout I prefer. I talk about a little bit about my channel there, one of my better videos, and down here we have the playlist. This is the layout I preferred, and you can choose a variety of layouts. Now, YouTube can change their layout without warning, so at some point this tutorial is not going to be very helpful, but let me tell you something that will be helpful for making your viewers enjoy the content that they like, and that is the annotations. Now, to do annotations, we need to go to our video manager. Now, how do we do that? Well, over here there's this little arrow, and you can click on video manager right there. If you're on your home page and you're signed in, you can click on Video Manager right there. Now, the other day I uploaded a video answering some questions about people asking more information about my iMovie videos. So, what is my process for when I incorporate one of these into my annotations or my playlist and things like that? Well, first you got to go to your Video Manager page. Then, what I do is I open in new tabs my video I just uploaded and the previous episode. And I actually do this twice. Previous episode and most recent episode. Now, YouTube, for some reason, is not letting me put annotations on Safari. It does let me do it on Firefox. Now, one thing to note is because you're opening all these videos in new tabs, you want to mute your laptop because you're going to hear more voices in your head than you'd like to. Now, I'm going to go to the previous episode, not the episode I just uploaded, but the previous episode. And as you can see here, there's video response. This is the episode that came before the episode. So make sure, one tip, create a video response to yourself. So click on that, use selected video. Return to original video. Now we need to make sure the video response is successful. So you have to go to your inbox and accept the video response yourself if that is the way your settings are set. So you can see we have video response. Click on that and approve it. You can also check your comments and stuff like that. See what this guy said. See, comments like that make me happy. Thank you. So, now we have our video response. Now if we refresh the old video, so you can see, we scroll down, and now we have the episode that came before it, and the next episode. Now the description, you can do what you want. I tend to put the playlist and, other relevant things and talk about the video. So video response is one thing, but we also want to make sure it's in our playlist. Now I have a iMovie tutorial playlist that I'm going to put this in. And now that's episode 24. So now we have playlist and video response, which is great. But one thing to note, if you go to my last slide, you'll see that I have the subscribe, the next episode, previous episode, playlist, things like that. So we need to make sure these have annotations. I highly recommend doing these. I highly, highly recommend doing these for your videos. Even if it's just a picture, you don't have to have something animated at all. But we need to add those annotations. So down here, if you zoom in, we got add annotations. Now this is the annotation of how to record your screen, your Mac, your voiceovers, and things like that. So I'm going to just fast forward through it to go to the last slide. And as soon as the slide appears, I'm going to pause the video. And there we go. I paused it at the right second. So now we have to go add annotation. Click Spotlight. These are, you can add any kind of annotation you want. I'm not going to go through all of them. I just use Spotlight the whole time. Now for me, these .png files that I use are the correct dimensions for the Spotlight for now. So if you want to use these, again, check out the description. You can see all these rectangles and shapes I use for the annotations. Now this Spotlight is going to be for subscribing, so I'm going to click link, and down here I'm going to click subscribe, and I'm going to enter my username. I tend to leave these open a link in a new window just so it doesn't make people mad. I then take this line and drag it all the way to the end of the video because that's how long my slide lasts. Now since the video is paused right at the beginning, I don't have to worry too much about the start time and end time, but you can adjust those accordingly with either the arrows or typing them in yourself. So next I do add annotation, drag this, and this one's gonna go to the playlist. Let's just add a quick description. Now this time we're going to click link and we're going to go playlist. Now I did not open the playlist tab, but the way to find that is you go to your video manager once again, click playlist, and here we go, iMovie tutorial series. Click on that. Now this URL is almost exactly what you want. As soon as you see the ampersand right there, that is where you want to highlight and delete everything afterwards. If you think you still messed up, you can always click refresh the page or something like that. You want the URL in its simplest form just in case YouTube decides to screw everything over again. So let's go back to our annotation. So here we have playlist, and that's the playlist I want. Open link in new tab, and drag that over. Now the next two are pretty simple as well. Spotlight, drag it over, make it the correct size, and name it the way you want. Now this one is pretty easy. We have our Google SketchUp tutorial URL right there in its most simplest form. Sometimes at the very end there'll be ampersanded and blah 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 after it. So you just delete that. Make sure that again the URL is as simple as possible. So I just copy that and paste it into the correct spot. It's default to video, so I can just paste it. If you ever are lacking confidence in your URL abilities, you can always click preview link to see that it is going to the correct location. Now, I don't have the next episode uploaded at the time I made this tutorial, so I still want to not go through the hassle of memorizing the start and end and making sure everything's on the same page here, so I'm just going to add the annotation now. I like to preview the next episode, that way my fans know that more content is coming once I complete it. If I don't say next episode, then you start to get your fans a little bit concerned. Also, one tip for YouTube channels is you want to be providing content consistently and regularly. I do my best to do that, but I can't control every aspect of my life. But be rest assured, I will never upload a video that I feel is not to its highest quality I can obtain. Now for the next episode, since it's not uploaded, I have coming soon. So when I later come back to revisit, all I have to do is delete coming soon. I then send the viewers to a URL that they would like and extend the last little bit. So for my last slide, I basically have subscribe, the playlist, next episode, previous episode. If you don't think you're going to make a next episode, you can just have previous episode, previous episode, or something like that. So those are the annotations for this video. Last thing we got to do is publish. Make sure every once in a while you hit saved if you have computer problems. Just publish it when you're done. This thing will pop up on the side, published, view your video here. And you can test out all the links. Now that we finished that one, I'm going to just close a tab. And now I'm going to go to the previous episode and edit the annotations there. Now as you can see at the very end, I have my subscribe, my playlist, previous episode, next episode, annotations right there. So what I'm going to do is just go edit existing. I'm going to look for the one that says coming soon. And basically delete the word coming soon. Make sure it's centered correctly. Now I don't want this to go to playlist. I want it to go to the next episode. So I copy the simple URL again, set it to video, paste, open link in new window. Go to the top, save, publish, see my video here. This is my previous episode. This is the episode before that. The video response right there. You can access it either through the annotation or clicking video response. In the description I have the playlist and other important information for the video. And if we go to the ending slide, we can make sure all of our annotations are looking good. Just going to click on that one. And as you can see, we have the video response to the previous episode. On the sides, because I tend to tag my videos consistently, you have more of my content there, related videos and things like that. And you have the annotations that open links in new tabs all through here. Just double check that they all look good. You don't want to be annoying to your viewers. And again, if you want these rectangles that I use that are roughly the same size of your annotations you'll be using, or at least the annotations I use, I'll provide a link in the description, so go check it out. And if you'll excuse me, I have some more videos to edit. So thanks for watching. I hope this helped you out. And see you guys next time. So thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. I make an iMovie tutorial every 2 weeks. Make sure you hit like so others knows this is a good tutorial. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to get updates that way. Make sure to check out the description. I put a lot of work into the description. It provides a nice outline for the tutorial. Frequently asked questions are answered in there. If your question is not answered in the description, feel free to leave a comment and I will do my best to respond. If you have a special effects request, also post that as a comment. So once again, thanks for subscribing. I look forward to helping you with your movies and your future projects.